Chapter 25. Meeting Legends. Kaizen woke up early on Sunday, the excitement of the day ahead driving him out of bed with renewed energy. The first light of dawn filtered through the window, casting a gentle glow over his room. He stretched, feeling the readiness in his muscles, and went through his usual morning routine with a sense of purpose. After a quick shower and meditation to center his thoughts, Kaizen packed his training gear, ensuring he had everything he might need. Shuriken and kunai were carefully stowed away, along with other essentials. Towards the end of this week, their class received a welcome gift from the academy, their own shuriken and kunai to practice with. Previously, they had only been able to use these tools within the confines of the training dojos, so being allowed to have their own for personal practice was a significant privilege at this stage. After packing his bag, Kaizen grabbed a light breakfast before heading out to meet Kakashi at the front of the academy. When he arrived, Kakashi was already waiting, leaning casually against the gate. "Ready?" Kakashi asked with a smirk. Kaizen nodded, a grin spreading across his face. "Let's go." The two boys set off together, the journey to the Hatake clan estate filled with easy conversation. They talked about their training, their goals, and their thoughts on the academy. Kakashi shared a few anecdotes about his father, giving Kaizen glimpses into the life of Sakumo Hatake, the white fang of the leaf. "Do you ever feel pressured to live up to your father's legacy?" Kaizen asked, glancing at Kakashi. Kakashi shrugged. "Sometimes. But I try to focus on my own path. My father always taught me to be true to myself, my family, and my comrades. That's what really matters." Kaizen nodded thoughtfully. "Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he's such a legend. It must be tough sometimes, but you're already making your own name at the academy." Kakashi smirked. "Speaking of making names, you've been handing me some serious defeats in our spars lately. Our last match still ended in seconds." Kaizen chuckled. "You insist that we both try our best, and I don't wish to insult you with a lack of effort. Regardless of the outcome, you are a quick learner and improve with each sparring session." "Yeah, it was jarring at first to lose so easily, but I think it has worked to my benefit. It's good to have someone pushing me to improve," Kakashi replied, his smirk widening. They walked through the bustling streets of Konoha, where the heightened atmosphere of vigilant shinobi patrols contrasted with the peaceful lives of civilians. The village buzzed with a sense of cautious optimism. As they moved closer towards the Hatake clan estate, the bustling streets gave way to quieter, tree-lined paths. The greenery around them grew denser, and the sounds of the village faded into the background. Birds chirped in the trees, and the rustle of leaves created a serene ambience. While they were walking, Kakashi saw someone familiar. "Look over there," Kakashi said, pointing ahead. "That's Might Guy and his father, Might Doi." Kaizen looked in the direction Kakashi indicated and saw two figures training vigorously. Guy, with his distinctive bowl-cut style hair and bright green jumpsuit, was a whirlwind of motion as he practiced his taijutsu under the watchful eye of his father Doi. Despite their intense training, both father and son had broad, enthusiastic smiles on their faces. Kaizen's eyes widened. He recognized them from the readings in his previous life. "Is that Might Guy and his father?" "Yeah, I met them with my father around a week ago," Kakashi replied with a nod. Guy took a previous entrance test and got assigned to Class M because of his high physical scores, average mental test scores, and extremely low ninjutsu score. He's training hard to catch up to the rest of us. Kakashi waved them over. "Guy. Do I?" The two turned, and Guy bounded over, a wide grin on his face. "Kakashi. How's it going?" His eyes then landed on Kaizen. "Who's this?" "This is Kaizen," Kakashi introduced. "He's a friend from my class. He's very talented, especially in taijutsu." Guy's eyes widened in excitement. "Really? How talented?" Kakashi smirked. "He beat me in all of our taijutsu spars." Guy's expression transformed into one of pure exhilaration. "What? That's amazing." "Kaizen, you must be really strong," Guy exclaimed, his face suddenly taking on a serious, pondering expression. Before Kaizen had a chance to respond, Guy nodded to himself, then broke into his signature big smile and gave a thumbs up. "I declare you as my other eternal rival." Kaizen couldn't tell if it was a hidden of the Might clan or simply a trick of the light, but he swore he saw a twinkle shine off Guy's smile, just like in the anime. Excited at the prospect of having another future legendary shinobi as a training partner, Kaizen replied with a smile of his own. That sounds good to me. Guy's grin widened. Yes, this is going to be great. We'll motivate each other to new heights. Do I, observing the exchange, nodded approvingly. It's good to see such youthful spirit and camaraderie. Kakashi chuckled. We will let you get back to training. We were just passing by and wanted to say hi. Yes, good to see you, Kakashi, and nice meeting you as well, Kaizen. I look forward to our rivalry. Guy gave one more enthusiastic wave before returning to his training. As Kakashi and Kaizen continued on their way, Kaizen shook his head in amazement. Those two are something else. They are, Kakashi agreed. Guy's taijutsu is incredible. He's probably the person who trains harder than anyone I know. I wonder how his workouts compare to mine, Kaizen thought to himself. Finally approaching the Hatake clan estate, the atmosphere became even more tranquil. Kaizen was struck by its serene beauty. The estate was modest yet elegant in its design. It exuded a sense of calmness and order. They passed through the front gate and were greeted by several members of the Hatake clan, who offered warm smiles and polite greetings. Kaizen was pleasantly surprised by the large, close-knit family, having expected a more solitary existence for Kakashi. He couldn't recall there being other members of the Hatake clan from the manga. It served as another change for him to make note of, reminding him to never let his guard down when it comes to what the future may bring. Kakashi introduced Kaizen to his relatives, who showed genuine interest in him. The warmth and friendliness of the Hatake family left a positive impression on Kaizen, who found himself feeling more at ease. They continued deeper into the estate, passing by the house of Sakumo, the head of the Hatake clan. It was built in a traditional Japanese style and surrounded by meticulously maintained gardens. Cherry blossom trees, now in full bloom, added a splash of color, their petals gently drifting to the ground. After some time walking, they reached a spacious training area. The sound of birds chirping and the gentle rustling of leaves added a serene backdrop to the setting. Sakumo Hatake stood at the center of the training ground, his presence kind and welcoming. His silver hair caught the sunlight, and his calm, observant eyes studied Kaizen with interest. Good morning, Kaizen. Sakumo greeted him warmly, extending a hand. His grip was firm but not overpowering, exuding a sense of strength controlled by wisdom. Good morning, sir. It was an honor to receive an invitation to come here, Kaizen responded, bowing slightly in respect. Sakumo smiled, his demeanor approachable. Please just call me Sakumo. Regarding the invitation, Kakashi has spoken very highly of you. I must admit that I grew curious to see you two spar for myself. Besides that, I thought it would be nice for you to visit and train considering your friendship with my son. Kaizen felt a sense of warmth at Sakumo's words and easygoing attitude. Thank you, Sakumo. I'm looking forward to the training. Excellent, Sakumo replied. Let's start with some warm-up exercises to get you both ready. They began with a series of stretches and basic drills. Sakumo led them with practiced ease. Kaizen was able to mimic the exercises effortlessly, his body responding naturally to each stretch. The initial tension in his muscles dissipated quickly, the warm-up preparing him for the training ahead. As they moved through the drills, Sakumo shared insights and tips, his voice calm and instructive. Remember, it's not just about strength. Control and balance are equally important, he advised, demonstrating a particularly tricky maneuver. Kaizen listened intently, absorbing every word. When it was his turn, he executed the maneuver flawlessly, his stance and movements perfectly mirroring Sakumo's. With each repetition, his technique remained fluid, showcasing an impressive level of skill and control. Sakumo watched with a keen eye, clearly impressed. Well done, Kaizen, he said, a hint of admiration in his tone. You've got a natural aptitude for this. After the warm-up, Sakumo signaled for a short break. During the pause, Kaizen watched Sakumo and Kakashi interact. Kakashi's admiration for his father was clear in every word and gesture, reflecting a deep respect, an almost hero-like worship. The bond between them was very strong, a quality Kaizen noticed between all members of the Hatake clan that he interacted with. All right, let's move on to some sparring, Sakumo announced, drawing their attention. Kaizen, Kakashi, I want you both to come at me with the intent to kill. I'll do my best to match your levels of speed and strength to make this a true test of your technique and skill. I want to gauge your current top levels of performance and see how well you can work together. Kaizen and Kakashi nodded, though Kakashi's eyes widened in surprise. He hesitated for a moment, clearly unsettled by the intensity of the request. "Father, are you sure?" he asked, uncertainty in his voice. Sakumo gave a reassuring smile. "It's okay, Kakashi. I need to see your full capabilities. Don't hold back." Kaizen felt a surge of excitement mixed with focused anticipation. This was an incredible opportunity for him, one he planned to fully utilize. Begin.